Hello everyone, welcome to our all signs and what's on the menu this week. Let's see what we have on the menu. This is a general message that's timeless, so whenever you find it, there's probably something in it meant for you. Feel free to watch any signs that you're drawn to, your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or cross watch as you see fit. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. So let's get right in and see what's on the menu this week for each and every sign. Start with Aries. What's on the menu for my Aries? If you're not a subscriber, now's a great time to do so. So we have for you the Two of Swords, Aries, the Devil, and the Knight of Wands. Everything here speaks to me about really needing to make not wanting to make a decision, very indecisive, not wanting to make a decision. And because you're not wanting to make a decision, you're being in and out, waffling. This is everything I get here is waffling on something that you need to take care of, you need to resolve, you need to make a decision about, but you're waffling on it for whatever reason. You're going back and forth because you don't want to make this decision. Really not wanting to make the decision. And I even get with this Knight of Wands a little bit of maybe distracting yourself from having to make this decision. Okay, we have the Page of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles on that Two of Swords. So I really get that as almost like you feel like if you express how you feel, it might affect your income somehow. I'm not exactly sure on that, but that's what I'm getting. It's telling me like the reason you're not wanting to do this is whatever it is that you know that you need to do, you feel like doing it is going to affect your stability and money somehow, your abundance, like your I don't know, maybe we'll get some more here. Let me clarify this Devil. But that's what's coming through, and hopefully it makes sense to you, because it's not making sense to me, but that's what's coming through. So we have the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Lots of eights there on that Devil. So so it's telling me like that you're not, it almost tells me a story of someone that might be, maybe you're in a relationship, whether that be a romantic relationship or a relationship like a job, and that you should, you should walk away. You're up in your head about it. You're obsessing about it. You should walk away, but because of financial, material reasons, you're staying. You're ponying up and dealing with, like, even though you're miserable and not wanting to be there, you're wanting to leave, you're not wanting to be in this situation, which is why you're distracting yourself, because you know that you need to make this decision, Aries, to leave this situation, but you'd rather distract yourself because of the fact that you know that if you make this decision, it's going to impact your finances somehow. And you're not wanting to do that. You're choosing your finances over your happiness and your emotional well-being at this time is what I really am picking up on. And we have the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. Yeah, you're just hoping it's all going to work out. Like by distracting yourself, that you're hoping it'll all just work out. that it'll magically work out, that it'll be, you know, like by distracting yourself, that you'll feel better, you know, that you'll be able to deal with it. You don't need to make this decision. You can just deal with whatever it is. Like, I feel like this is somebody that might be in a very unhappy marriage, but they're dealing with it because it's easier to stay in the marriage than to divorce, because they know if they divorce, they're gonna, you know, it's gonna affect their life and, you know, their pocketbook, and so they stay. Or the same thing with a job, you know, maybe they're unhappy in the profession they're in, but they know if they change their profession and do what they want to do, you know, maybe they won't make as much money. So they just deal with what they have and do things to distract themselves, to make themselves happy and content, to make them feel better and make them feel like they're, you know, that they have victory over this. But I feel like they're tricking themselves. You're tricking yourselves. Aries is tricking themselves. And I can see this taking a lot of strength. Or that's the Empress card. I thought that was a strength card. Let's see here. The Ace of Swords, the Empress, the Ace of Swords, and the Tower. Okay. So I really felt like, like I said, I felt like this, when this came out, I thought the Strength card, you know, it did not give me the feeling of the Empress whatsoever. And that's not surprising now that we see the Towers coming out here too. Because I feel like to feel your best is not happening. Like, you know, you're trying to feel your best, but things are crumbling down around you, Aries, because, you know, you're not making that decision. You know what you need to do, but I think you're distracting yourself from it. And I think that it's ending up causing more problems. This is like a false, you know, like you want to be, this is what you want, and you're pretending like that's what you are, but, you know, in reality, you're not, because, you know, you're hoping that, you know, like if you pretend that you're happy, you're going to be happy. And that's not the case. You know, you kind of stifle your abundance and your creativity. You know, you're stifling this because you're not admitting what you really need to admit. You know the truth. You know what you need to do. You know what decision you need to make, Aries, but you're not making it. And by not making it, you're causing you're causing some disruptions in your own life. You're causing, you know, yourself to be in this Eight of Swords energy where, you know, where you're just kind of, where you feel like you need to distract yourself because you're obsessively, you know, realizing, you know, that it's kind of one of those things that it goes round and round and round and round, and it'll keep going round and round and round until you do something about it. You know, you can distract yourself all you want, but in the end, if you know, it's just going to keep going around and round, and you're going to realize how unhappy you are. And the more you realize you're unhappy, the unhappier you're going to become until you have to do something about it. You know, eventually you're going to have to do something about it. So would you rather do it sooner than later? I mean, because by trying to trick yourself and make yourself believe that it's okay when you know deep down that it's really not okay, you know, eventually that's going to come to the surface that you're not happy and it's not okay. And eventually you're going to have to do something about it. You can only trick yourself for so long before it becomes something you're going to have to make a decision on and trick yourself. You can only blindfold yourself so long, Aries, before you have to make that decision. So that's what I have for you this week, Aries. Okay. Okay, Taurus. What do we got for Taurus this week? What's on the menu for Taurus? What's on the menu for Tauruses this week? The Knight of Swords, the Magician. That popped up earlier and I put it back, you know, like it kind of popped out a little bit, and I thought that it was going to flip upside down, but it didn't, and I put it back in the deck and then it came back to the surface again. So that definitely wanted to come out for you, Taurus. And then the Knight of Pentacles. So you have 2 knights surrounded by the Magician. Really feel like this is someone really action-oriented, really trying to manifest, like doing what it takes to create abundance and stability in their life is really what I really get. Like, definitely, if you're, definitely, I think, improving your finances is very important. And I feel like with this Knight of Swords, you're going to do whatever it takes, do whatever it takes to, Taurus, to increase your finances, to better your standing, your material standing. You're manifesting, knowing that you have what it takes to change your circumstance. And that's what I really feel like. You're trying to change your circumstance for the better. And I think that's on the material financial plane. I really feel like that's what you're trying to improve, is your material wealth, your material standing at this time. That's what you're trying to manifest, and what you're trying to change is to improve your material worth. But it's been a little bit hard to do that. I think you've had some struggles getting there. It's been a little bit difficult. I think you've been met with some challenges. Definitely met with some challenges. Every time that you've tried to take action, you've been met with some challenges. But you're very determined to take this action and make things happen for yourself. Definitely, you have your eye on the prize and willing to make things happen. Do what it takes to make things happen. You see all the options and opportunities that you have. You know where you're going, know what you want, and you're taking action to make it happen. That's what I have for you, Taurus. Like big time, definitely have your eye on the prize. Have your, there's something that you're trying to change or do for yourself, trying to improve your circumstances in some way, and not letting anything stop you is what I really get. Yeah, you're going to do what it takes, whatever that is. Definitely feeling that, even though sometimes it feels like you maybe don't have all the tools. Sometimes it feels a little bit difficult. Sometimes it makes you feel like you're not getting anywhere, that you're, it knocks you down to this page energy. Because if you look, we have the King of Wands here, and then you got the page where it kind of knocks you down to this page. Sometimes, you feel like you've got it all together. You know what you want. You're determined to go after it and get it. But sometimes circumstances stand in the way, and when things get in the way, it kind of sets you back, and it maybe knocks your confidence just a little bit. And when it knocks it just a peg when problems and difficulties in this, arise, it might knock you back just a little bit, but I see you getting back on that horse and, plowing through. It only sets you back for a brief time. So that's what I have for you this week, Taurus. Need to get a little box or something to put up my decks in, or some way to organize them. I got way too many decks of cards sitting on my table. They're starting to take up all the space on my table here. Okay. Oh. It's going to be one card there, but all of them flipped over. Now I don't remember which one was the one, so we're just going to start over, Gemini. Start shuffling over again. If it's meant to come out, it'll come back out. What do you got for Gemini this week? What's on the menu for my Geminis? What do you got for my Geminis this week, please? What can they expect this week? The High Priestess. And the Knight of Cups. And the Emperor. Okay. So I feel like this is a battle of wills and with yourself, Gemini. I really feel like that your intuition is telling you to open up to someone, but you're not wanting to do that. In a nutshell, that's basically what I'm seeing. there's someone you want to open up and talk to, someone you want to say something to. There's something your intuition is pulling you towards a direction, but you're stubbornly refusing to go in that direction for whatever reason. So we have the Knight of Cups again on the High Priestess. Like I said, your intuition is telling you to open up and go towards someone. It's just reinforcing it, but you're being a little bit stubborn about it, not wanting to. You know, this is, I really feel like you're not, you know, I feel like a little bit of distracting yourself, you know, at this time, really feeling like, you know, holding back. Four of Pentacles, holding back your feelings and having that new beginning. You're holding back and keeping from having that new start, the solid new start, because you're holding back for whatever reason. Like I said, you're stubbornly holding back, stubbornly holding on to your Ace of Cups, to that new beginning, you know, even though, and this is with somebody maybe because of something that's happened in the past. Maybe, you know, your intuition is telling you to reconnect with someone, but for whatever reason, you're stubbornly refusing to do that. You're holding back and stubbornly, you know, saying whatever, for whatever reason, you know, it might be, you know, that, you know, I don't know. It could be for any reason. Let's see if we can get, you know, let's see what we can do. Why is Gemini holding back? Why are they holding back and not listening to their intuition? Why is Gemini stubbornly holding back? Why is Gemini stubbornly holding back? We have the Six of Cups and the Nine of Cups and the Wheel. Because you're afraid by opening up and giving to this, it's going to change things. Even though it might make you happy, you don't want things to change. You're holding back because you know they'll change. By giving to the situation, it's going to make things change. And I think that's why you're holding back, is because you're afraid of the change. By giving to this, you know things will change in your life, and I think that scares you a little bit. Even though you know deep down that it's going to make you happy, that it's going to make you happy, but you're not willing to take that risk because you don't want to change your life, your current situation. So you would rather play the field and invest in other things. You're going against your intuition and what you know you should do. You know what you like deep down, you know what you want, like, you know what your heart wants, but you're basically, you know, you're being this King of Swords, Gemini, and saying, you know, going against that. Like, I know what my heart tells me I want, and I know what I feel, but I'm not going to let myself feel that for this person, even though it might make me happy, because it's going to change my life, and I refuse to let my life change. I'd rather just do something else instead. I would rather just deal with my emotions and not think about them and distract myself with work or whatever else. And instead of expressing how I feel to this person. Because I know if I give to this and I express my feelings, things are going to change in my life, and I don't want things to change. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing because I know it works for me. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Hate to say it, but that's what happens sometimes. You know, sometimes we don't want our life to change, and because, you know, we don't want to have, we let ourselves pass on opportunities or miss out on certain opportunities because we just make the choice that we would rather have, it's just prioritization, that we prioritize other things in our lives over certain other things. And this is telling me it's a Gemini that has prioritized other things in their life over love. They don't want to let love affect their life for whatever reason. Okay, Cancer. Now we're on Cancer. What's on the menu for Cancer this week, please? What do we got for Cancer this week? What's on the menu for Cancer? The Hangman. The King of Wands. And the Three of Swords. I have been feeling like Cancer has been really dealing with some stuff. I think that they're a little bit stuck and they don't know how to get out of whatever it is that they're in, whatever they're going through and dealing with at this time. It's like they have this strong desire to get past it, but they don't know how. I really feel like they're trying to figure out how to get out of whatever situation they're in that's making them unhappy at this time, is what I get. Boy, that Six of Cups keeps coming out all over the place in my readings this weekend, which really tells me that, I think that that's because of Mercury retrograde, I think. So I really feel like, we think about and reminisce about things, and we tend to think about, things that we have done or past things maybe we did or didn't do. Mostly things we didn't do, like, missing someone. We can be in our feels and missing someone, thinking about reconnecting with somebody, especially if hasn't been, this can definitely talk about, wanting to reconnect with someone, but, feeling stuck, like you can't reconnect. And that can make us be in our feels, like if we're missing someone and feeling like we want to reach out, but we can't for whatever reason. We feel like we're stuck and we can't do that for whatever reason we make up, then, that can be a little bit, heartbreaking. Like I said, I really feel like you're trying to change your circumstances, Cancer. Definitely felt that, really trying to sort things out in your life. I think there's something you're definitely trying to work through and get past. Whatever that is, I think there's been some kind of difficulty that you're trying to, get justice in, trying to get things back on track, trying to get things back on track in your life in some area. I don't know what that is, especially with, wanting things to change, wanting, where you felt like you've been stuck and like you can't move forward. So say, say you've been unemployed, wanting that to end, where you're that cycle to end, where you've been unemployed and want lots of options, where it's been really hard on you because, it's something to that effect. Or maybe, where you've just had a dry spell in love and you're thinking about reconnecting to somebody from your past because you've been in this dry spell because you haven't had the options, and you're wanting new opportunities. You're really wanting Cancer, new opportunities, really wanting that, but you're feeling stuck, feeling like you're stuck and feeling like you don't have, those opportunities aren't showing themselves, which is what is got you kind of a little bit down and out here, because things aren't changing. It's like you've been stuck in this cycle where things have not been going your way, and you're really wanting that to change, and you're wanting things to go your way, and you're wanting more opportunities to come into your life so that you have more options, so that you can feel unstuck, is what I really get, Cancer. So we have the Nine of Wands with the Eight of Pentacles and the Emperor. So I feel like, that that you've just, I still feel like this is just kind of stuck, you know. I almost feel like, you know, feel like it's in kind of imprisoned there. Like things are closing in around you, you know, like almost like you've been in a cell, you know, like you've been having to take care of some things and been in your own little world dealing with some things, Cancer, your own stuff that you're dealing with, and really, like I said, really just trying to get past this, trying to figure out how to do it. So I really feel like that's where your focus is, you know, because you feel like no matter how much you work, you're not getting ahead, you know. With that Eight of Pentacles, you're working, and then the Nine of Wands, you're working, and you're not getting anywhere, which is why, you know, that kind of Nine of Wands can talk about being a wounded warrior, where you're almost down and out, where you're down for the count, where you've been working, you know, it's been going on a long time, you know. It's been something that's been repeating and going on a long time, and I think that's the stuckness that you have, which is why, you know, like you're doing your best to stay on top of things and to, you know, to plow through, but it has been very difficult is what I get. So that's what I have for you this week, Cancer. Okay, Leo. Let's move on to Leo. Leo, what's on the menu for Leos this week? What do you got for Leos this week, please? What do you got for Leos this week? Eight of Cups. Walking away from something because you know your worth. Yeah. Yeah, I think that you're looking for your equal partner. You're looking for somebody that brings as much to the table as you bring to the table, is what I get. With this Queen and King of Cups here, I feel like you're looking for somebody that's your partner, your counterpart, that's going to be your equal, that brings to the table just as much as you bring to the table, in a relationship. And if they don't, then I think you're like, see you later. Not gonna, you know, I'm only gonna, it's like, I really felt like when I saw that Queen of Pentacles, that you know your worth, you know, that you're gonna put an end and walk away to anything that is not, you know, not where it doesn't feel like it's your equal, your worth. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, you know, again on this. I really feel like, you know, that you're willing to stand on your own, that you're good on your own, you know your worth, and you know, you're not going to let anything in your life, you're going to put an end to anything in your life that is not worthy of what you feel your worth is, Leo, is what I feel like here. And I just feel here like, you know, it's like you want to give love. You want to have, you know, you want to have someone in your life. I really feel that. But it's like, you know, are you going to get the person, you know, are you going to find somebody that is your equal? And I feel like that's been difficult to do. Like every time, you know, like when you meet people, there's something that like either, you know, they're just not stacking up. They're not meaning, you know, there's either there's things that they need to heal, there's red flags, or I'm getting with the Four of Swords and the Five of Wands here, red flags, you know, is what I'm getting. Like there's things that, you know, make you, you know, realize that they're not what you want them to be. So things are just not panning out in the way that you want them to as far as your romantic life is concerned. You know, finding the partner that you want, you know, it's just not, it's just been a little bit of a struggle, you know, is what I'm getting, to find that equal partner. So we have another pair coming out, the King and Queen of Swords coming out here. Yeah. It feels like there's been, you know, it's maybe in your past that you know, you've had like partners where you've just had words where you guys can't get on the same page. You see how these two are back to back. You know, these are can be very sharp. You know, swords can be very cutting, very sharp people. You know, where their words can hurt. You know, because they can say things that are very cutting, that can be very hurtful. And this is, you know, see how they're back to back. They're not even looking at each other. You know, and so it's like I said, you might have been in relationships that have been very hurtful, where words have been said that have been very hurtful, you know, where it has made you feel like in the past that you weren't worthy of more. But I feel like I'm reading for a Leo that knows their worth and is not going to tolerate anything less than they're not going to let somebody break their heart. They're not going to accept anything less than someone that is as worthy as they are, or understands their worth and is willing to meet them at that level. You know, they're not going to come down to somebody else's level, is what I really feel like here. So that's what I have for Leos this week. Hey, Virgos. That wanted to come right back out, that Queen of Pentacles. For Virgos. What's on the menu for Virgos this week, please? The Knight of Pentacles. Money, 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 money. Money. Money, money, money. Definitely feel like money is on their mind. Money is on their mind. If you're dealing, you know, if you're Virgo or dealing with Virgo, money is on their mind. Definitely feel like money is on their mind at this time. What can I do to make more money, to earn more money, to grow my money? Because I do not have enough. Feeling like they do not have enough. What can I do? Willing to do what it takes to, you know, whatever it is. Like, I really feel like, because this can talk about, the Hermit can talk about a long investment. And I feel like, you know, and especially with being on the Knight of Pentacles there, I feel like, you know, they're really looking at fighting for their abundance, like what, to improve their finances, to improve their circumstances, really willing to fight for that, really doing whatever it takes is what I really feel like. Okay, you have the King of Cups and the Nine of Swords on this Ten of Wands. So I really feel like, you know, I don't think that they're going to let on that this is really stressing them out, that this is really, the fact that their money is not where they want it to be is really stressing them out. If you're a Virgo, I think your money is really stressing you out right now, this week. It's really on your mind, and the focus of your thoughts is your financial situation right now. It's the one thing that's going to be predominant on your mind this week. And you're going to be figuring out, you know, like, I really feel like it's just going to really be bothering you, is what I really feel like. It's going to be on your mind and really bothering you, whatever your financial situation is. Like, that it's not enough is what I really almost feel like, that it's not enough. You don't like where you are financially is what I'm really getting. And because of that, I think you're just going to be looking at a lot of things, and maybe looking at a lot of things in your life and reevaluating. what you want. That's what I got. I hope that resonates with you, because I'm not getting a whole lot more. Definitely feeling like, you're trying to sort out what you want, especially with this Hermit. And I feel like with this Page of Cups, it's like, kind of wanting to open up um, to how you feel, but not really, because I think you're trying to you're trying to open up, and maybe whether that be to share how you feel, or you're opening up in some way, or trying to. I want to say trying to. You're not doing it. I think you're trying to, Virgo. But with this Hermit, I think that you're still sorting things out. I think you're still trying to figure things out and sort things out. Because I think whatever this financial difficulty is, it's causing you so much stress and anxiety, that it's making it hard for you to, to express yourself, express what you want, express yourself. Especially with the Four of Swords here, I feel like, these are two cards, a Hermit and the Four of Swords, of kind of keeping to yourself, and not really, not really being very external or outward at this time. And I really feel like that's the case. I really feel like you're really looking at how this is making you feel, like what you need to do to adjust it. Like, is it the way you look at things, the way you're perceiving things? I think you're just questioning some things at this time, is what I think, Virgo. And like, when it comes to why, whatever it is with your finances, I really feel like it's finance driven. Like, that it's really bugging you that you aren't where you want to be financially, is what I really get. Like, I feel like with this Three of Pentacles, that it can lead to the Ten of Pentacles, but it's starting out like you feel like you haven't gotten as far as you want. This is, you're trying to get to this state of abundance, but I feel like you barely got started. You're barely where you want to be, is what I really think, is you're taking it hard, that you're not as far in life as what you plan to be. You're not where you wanted to be in life. Something to that effect is what I'm really picking up on, Virgo, for you this week. I hope that makes sense. Hopefully it resonates. I don't know. I'm feeling like really off. These readings are being a little bit, I don't say, I just feel like I'm saying what is coming through, but it seems weird. I don't know why. Feels a little bit off for some of these different. I don't know how to explain it. So hopefully they're resonating. Okay, Libra. Let's see. What do we got for Libra? What do we got for Libra this week? It's on the menu for Libra. Ooh, a new passionate start in something. Oop. Wanted that card there. The Empress. Look at that. Beautiful, Libra. The Ace of Swords. So you definitely have some stuff coming. Man, you got some big stuff going on here, Libra. Got some... I really feel like... I feel like you got some... the Empress is attracting energy. And I definitely feel, Libra, you are definitely attracting new opportunities. You got the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands here. So you're definitely attracting these new opportunities towards you. Let's see what we get in clarification. The Page of Pentacles. And the Four of Swords. That Four of Swords keeps wanting to come out again. I almost feel like you figured out something, Libra. I think that you, like, I think that you've learned something recently, you know. I think with some self-reflection, you learned something, and whatever that is that you learned, you're bringing that out into the world, into your, like, your person, like something about you has shifted and changed. And because of that, you know, you're walking in the world a little bit differently, and it's attracting things towards you. Yeah, because I think that you've put an end to things that no longer served you. You walked away and put an end to things. I really feel like there's something you let go of and put an end to that was not serving you. And because of that, you have these new beginnings coming in, you know. Ooh, and it looks like maybe if you're looking for love, maybe a soulmate coming in for you. I mean, coming in pretty fast. It could be, they could be coming in pretty fast. Maybe you just got out of a relationship, or got out, or healed, just have healed from a relationship. And because of whatever that situation was, you learned something and you grew out of it, grew from it because of it. And because of that growth, you know, now you're attracting something new into your world, you know, definitely attracting something new. You have the High Priestess and the Hermit and the Magician. Wow, look at those powerful cards coming out there. That talks about a lot of wisdom and manifesting what you want, you know, really, really knowing what you want, and going, you know, really focus. This is like knowing your intentions, knowing what you want, really being strongly knowing what you want. After a period of self-reflection. And I think that's what's happened here, is you took time to reflect. And I think you made some really, really good changes in your life, Libra. And because of that, things are happening. I think, you know, new opportunities are coming in, and you possibly have if you're looking for love, a soulmate or a partnership's coming in, and it's coming in fast. If, you know, if you're looking for a partner in business, that could also be that as well, you know, a partnership in business as well. If you're not wanting to look at it from a romantic point of view, this can be any kind of like a significant partnership. But in love, it could be a soulmate as well. So, but it's definitely coming quickly, and you are really attracting things at this time. Really, really attracting things is what I got, Libra. Very magnetic at this time, for sure. Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio, what do we got for Scorpio this week? What's on the menu for Scorpios, please? What's on the menu for Scorpios this week? What's that one? Ace of Swords wanted to come back out. Nope, and what's that one too? Okay. Ooh, and the Lover, Scorpio. Wow. Wow. Ooh, and a Page of Cups. Ooh, you might have love coming in. You might have love coming in too, Scorpio. Might meet someone, or someone might ask you out on a date. But are you going to take it? Because I feel like this Nine of Pentacles tells me, you know, wanting to be single and free to pursue. But, you're just standing in your, you know, like you got a lot going on here. I think you're good on your own, but you really desire, even though you're good on your own, you're desiring a relationship, you know. But I think it's from this independence. I think that you've kind of got your life together, Scorpio, and or knowing what you want, and because of that, because you know what you want, you know, you're I feel that with that Ace of Swords, you know what you want, you know. When it comes to a long-term relationship, you know what you want. And I really feel like you're not going to settle either, but think you know what you want. So you might be, unless someone, even if there's someone coming in, you might be a little bit standoffish and defensive. You might, you might, this is really telling me that there's a possibility to self-sabotage a relationship, even though, because you know what you want, you might, it's kind of like you have to be very careful that you that you're not too critical or judgmental, where you don't give people a chance, is what I'm feeling like. Like, be careful of walking that line. Like, there's a fine line between, like, knowing what you want and not allowing people in, because you might misjudge that person, thinking they aren't what you want, or they can't live up to this, when they might. It's like you don't give them the chance to show you that there's that possibility that you might keep people at arm's distance, because if they don't fit into a certain box that you're trying to fit them into, is what I'm trying to. I hope that makes sense. I don't know that I'm using the best of my words today. I just feel like I'm not communicating well, maybe because of Mercury retrograde being here. But I feel like, Scorpio, it's kind of like you might judge people a little bit too quickly before giving them the chance to really show you who they are. Like, you might have some defenses up, that you keep people kind of at arm's length and at first, or maybe, judge them a little bit too quickly, or maybe you have too high a standards. And it's going to be different for different Scorpios, but this is really telling me that, you might have a tendency to self-sabotage, even though it's something that you really want, even though, you do want this love, and you do want something long-term, and I think that you really do enjoy, the attention that people give you. But I feel like, this is you constantly watching them sail away, like watching them leave, like, you see this as a very stormy card. It's very stormy. There's, like, it can be, you're sitting there watching them leave, watching them go away. And I think it as I said, I'm really picking up that, that this is a Scorpio that has a tendency to maybe be a little bit guarded when it comes to relationships, when things come in, maybe because maybe you're so set in your ways, like, you're so used to living your life a certain way, that it's hard for you to let somebody kind of into that fold, to let somebody into your life. Or maybe, or as I kind of said, maybe you have a tendency to push people away because they, maybe don't check all the boxes of what you're looking for. Because I definitely I feel like this is a Scorpio that knows what they want, like, as far as a partner's concerned. And if that person, for whatever reason, they don't always give them a chance. They don't give everybody a fair chance to show them, to show that they can meet those. Or maybe they're not willing to maybe Scorpio, you're not willing to compromise a little bit on your picture, on what it is, to say, okay, maybe this person checks 8 of 10 boxes, but because they don't check all the boxes, you're like, nope, sorry, I'm done, like, and you watch them go, it's kind of like that feeling. I mean, hopefully it's making sense to you. Like, I feel like I'm so off today, and it must be because of Mercury retrograde. I really feel like that must be it. We have the Empress card, the Ace of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, holding back your love because you feel like you have to be careful of that. Like, when we get to a place where we're really good in our life, like we're really happy and content, sometimes we have a hard time letting someone in, and that's kind of what I'm picturing here. Someone that, has their life together, has everything that they need and want, and they're good on their own. And sometimes when we're good on our own, we have a hard time opening up and letting someone in. And that's what I feel like is what this is talking about, is to be cautious of that, because I think that you have somebody coming in here that could be very significant with this Lovers card. They could be very significant in your life, and you might end up pushing them away and holding back because you have your life a certain way, and maybe you're, for whatever reason, you might discount them. And I don't know what that is, but that's kind of what I get the picture that you might push them away. You might push them off if you're not careful, especially if you don't reciprocate their love. Like, I feel like somebody's coming in giving you this big cup of love, this Lovers card coming in giving you this big cup of love, but you're going to hold back. I mean, you got pages here, so even though they're offering, I feel like you're offering them back something very small. Like, you're not really opening up to them. You're a little bit defensive, holding back, to this opportunity that's coming in that could be great, so I think that's what the universe is kind of wanting to caution you about. Okay, that's what I have for you this week, Scorpio. Okay, Sagittarius. Ooh, 7 of Cups coming out there, flying out the deck for you, Sagittarius. What's on the menu for my Sagittariuses, please? Knight of Pentacles. And the Queen of Swords. I feel like you're trying to sort out what you want. I really feel like, Sagittarius, you're trying to sort out what it is that you want with that Queen of Swords, trying to, which is why you're the Knight's here, because it's slow going, because you're trying to sort through what it is that you want, what it is that makes you happy, what makes you happy. And I think that you're looking at things that, like, really feel like this is like, kind of the, oh, my nose is itching. I don't know if I'm going to sneeze or not. I feel like, Sagittarius, this is kind of like that feeling of, like, until you know what you don't want, you don't know what you do want, like going through things that make you not feel so good are what allows us to know what will make what we do want. You gotta experience things you don't want, so that you know that you don't want them, to know that's not what you want. It's kind of like that kind of experience. It's like, you've had a lot of things go on in your life, Sagittarius, that haven't made you happy. But through that, you're learning what is making you happy, through all those things, that situations and opportunities that you've had, even though they haven't gone well or haven't led to your happiness. But through that trial and error, you're learning what does make you happy. And that's what I really feel like here. Yeah, you're figuring it out with these, with these pages coming in. It's just kind of telling me that, that you're figuring it out, slowly figuring it out, finding your way, plowing through things that happen in your life, until, you find, just slowly going about, through your life. And as things keep happening, you're learning what you don't want, so that you know what you do want, is what I really get here. Okay, we have the 8 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles on the Ace of Swords. So as I said, really, I feel like, these are like things that's happened in your life, opportunities, things you've worked on, things that you've done in your life. And through those experiences, things that you've done in your life, you've learned, the Queen of Swords, you've put all this work and effort into many different things in your life. invested and put your time and effort and energy in lots of things, I think that ended up not being what you want, Sagittarius, but because you've learned now, you're learning as a result of those opportunities not going your way, you're learning what it is that you do want now. I mean, it's slow, but I think you're finally learning. You know, it's taken some time. And it sucks when we have to go through that. There's all those choices and options. Again, it's like, I think I really feel like this is all the different things you've had experienced, you know, that have like, all the different things that you've done and opportunities you've had in your life. It's leading you and showing you the way, pointing the way to, you know, his back is turned to those cups, you know, because he knows that's not what he wants. He doesn't, you know, he's learned from experiencing all these cups or drinking out of all these cups that he doesn't want them. He wants something here in front of him, you know. He's turned his back on those cups because he knows it's not what he wants. You know, he's turned his back because he's looking for his son. He's looking for the right cup, the one that he wants. That's interesting because that just was on, I don't know if you saw it on the camera there real quick, but I saw that Queen of Cups in the bottom of the deck and it came up and popped up to the top and wanted to come out there. Oop, those two cards wanted to come out together, the Star and the Eight of Swords. So I really am feeling like here that, you know, yeah, I just feel like, look how, you know, like she's in this dry desert, like thirsty and, you know, like almost like just barren and dry atmosphere. Like things have just, like all she wants is to, you know, have a drink and just wanting something to go well, you know, tired of being down, like things not going well, you know, and just wanting to, you know, figuring out what it is you want. Like I said, you know, even though it's been hard, it's been going through a lot of different things that have led you to this path. Like you've experienced a lot of things that have, you know, that have, you know, made you really think about, you know, what it is you want and don't want. And I think all the things that you've experienced, all the opportunities that you've experienced, Sagittarius, have led you toward your star path, have led you down this path toward your happiness of knowing what it is that you want. But I am getting with this Eight of Swords that you know, that you might get a little bit like, at times get a little bit stuck, you know, in the fact that, because things haven't worked out, you know, like you've been stuck in different opportunities where you get yourself upset a little bit that you've invested or put a time into certain things that didn't pan out, that you found out weren't what you wanted, or, you know, something to that effect. But understand that it's leading you to what you do want. It's better, all those failed experiences, and I wouldn't say they're failed, they're just all those opportunities, all the things that you've experienced up to this point have taught you what you don't want and gotten you closer to what you do want without realizing it, is what I if that makes sense. I really feel like my words are not connecting very well today, so I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. Capricorn. What's on the menu for Capricorns this week? What do we got for Capricorns this week? A lot of Capricorns will need to know what's on the menu for them this week. Ooh, that's good. Ace of Pentacles. Almost start solid new beginning in the World. Wow. World with the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Wow. That's pretty powerful stuff there, Capricorn. You got something going on. Let's see what we get in the clarification. But I really feel like, you know, you definitely got something new on the horizon. And I think, you know, you're ready to move toward it. I really feel like you're ready to embrace something new. Oh yeah, look at that with the 10 of Cups. Yeah, you're ready to embrace this, and you're ready and waiting. You're ready and waiting for something new, for this new opportunity, for this new start, ready for something new, this new start, waiting, ready to take action. Okay, that came out in, yeah, 7 of Wands came out in reverse there, flipped over in reverse. No longer red. I really feel like whatever it is, Capricorn, you are open to new. You are really open to something new, really looking forward and open to something new, letting your guard down, ready for something new in your life, really ready for something new, ready to take action on something new, ready to work on it, ready to all new, ready for something new in your life. Just open and ready for something new is what I get, Capricorn. Whatever that may be. So we have the Hangman, the 6 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands. Yeah, I think that you're, I mean, I feel like this is just telling me you're ready for something new, because I think that you know, you're tired of, you're tired of the conflict. I think that's, I think that where you were stuck, or where there was conflict or where you were stuck before, you're getting victory over that. You're really, you're really getting past that, getting past where you felt like you were stuck, felt like there was resistance. You're conquering that. You're conquering, conquering your demons is what I really feel like. You've conquered some inner demons here with the 5 of Wands. I really feel like, you being in the Hangman tree, you've conquered some inner demons, and you're really ready to, really ready to open up to something new, ready for something new, ready for something new to start, ready to take on the world almost is what I feel like. You're ready, definitely ready for something new to happen in your life, wanting a change. I really feel like you're ready to embrace change is what I really feel like. You're ready for something new to come in, Capricorn. And I see it. I mean, I see you have 2 Ace of Pentacles here. So there's something really significant, a really significant opportunity that's coming in, and I see you ready to embrace it when it does, is what I really feel like. You're going to be ready to embrace it when it comes in. You are not going to let it pass you by. You're definitely going to jump on that opportunity, is what I really feel like. You are ready and waiting for it, waiting for it to happen, and ready to jump on it when it comes in. Aquarius, what do we got for Aquarius this week? What's on the menu for Aquarius this week? What do you got for Aquarius, please? Ooh, got half the deck that came flying out there. A little bit too much. The King of Wands. The Page of Swords. And the 3 of Wands. So what I get here, Aquarius, is that I think you're testing the waters here is what I really feel like. I feel like there's something that I think you're about to embark on something, but I really feel, yeah, there's something that you're about to embark on, and I think that you're trying to figure out how it is that you want to go after this. Ooh, is it a person? Are you about to go after a person? Aquarius, do you have a person on your mind? Someone that maybe you have not had the best luck with in the past. Maybe you're going to be traveling to this person, no matter what the distance is. You're going to be traveling to them to express how you feel, because I think you're taking charge of the situation. I think that you realize, Aquarius, this is somebody significant in your life. You want to change the situation. This is Mercury retrograde, and a lot of times we reconnect from people in our past, during Mercury retrogrades. It makes us sometimes in our feels and makes us think about things, want to revisit things from our past. And that's what I feel like here is like you are going to be moving towards somebody, Aquarius, somebody from your past. You're going to be, because I feel like that you really have feelings for them, so that, you're going to express that. I think that you're going to express how it is you feel, and that, that maybe you're even going to express that they're significant to you. But I feel like I feel like this is almost like a chaser energy a little bit, is what I feel like, is somebody that is chasing someone down, or wanting to keep them in their life, realizing they don't want them to get away, is what I really am feeling like here. Yeah, because they want something. I definitely feel like there's somebody that you don't want to get away at all. You're wanting to make things work out, and I think with the King of Wands and the Emperor here, and the King of Wands coming out again, I feel like that this is like almost like very determined, extremely determined to get what you want here, to make sure this person doesn't get away from you. Like I said, willing to do whatever it takes, not wanting to let this person slip away. And you're willing to chase them down. I feel that very strong determination and passion toward this person. It can have to be careful, because it can be some, this kind of, what I'm seeing here can be somebody that can be very controlling, in a sense. So hopefully that's not you. Hopefully you're not somebody that is very controlling nature and wanting to control someone else's free will, so to speak, but I definitely see it as, like I said, almost like a chaser kind of energy of pursuing someone that you don't want to let get away, because they, you really want them in your life. You don't want to let them get away, so you're willing to do almost whatever it takes to make sure that they don't get away, is what I feel like. And hopefully that isn't, you don't take it too far, that it becomes, goes toward that darker side, if you know what I mean. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius, this week. Let's go ahead, and we're going to move on to Pisces. What's on the menu for Pisces this week, please? What's on the menu for Pisces? What can they expect this week? What's on the menu for them? What do you got for my Pisces, please? What do you got for Pisces, please? The Temperance. That's the first time that card's came out in all the readings I've done today. Let's see. Temperance and the Knight of Pentacles. And the Page of Wands. Okay. I just feel like something is I feel like you're trying to figure something out here, and it's taking you a minute, Pisces, to figure it out, is what I get. Like you're trying to figure it out, but it's taking a minute to figure it out, is what I get. Yeah, trying to figure something out. I don't know what that is. Maybe trying to figure out what it is you want. And once you know what you want, then you can move toward it. But you got to figure out, I think you're still trying to figure out what it is that you want. Because you're just not sure. Not sure what you want, what type of partner you want, not sure what you want in love, what kind of partner you want. So you're taking your time trying to figure that out, trying to figure out what kind of partner you want, what you want in love. So you have the Seven of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Temperance card again. 2 decks. First time Temperance cards come out today, and it came out twice in the same reading. So this is, I feel like this is just, you know, divine timing. I really feel like this is just talking about, you know, really you figuring out what you want in love, that, you know, that this is something that's not been easy for you, that I feel like there's a little bit of sense of, restlessness, disappointment, restlessness, and the fact that, you know, like, of knowing what you want in love. I think it's not been easy. It's like, I almost feel like too that maybe you haven't been proactive enough. Is what I'm getting, and maybe that you have maybe you're a little bit too slow in relationships, like maybe you take things a little bit too slowly in relationships, because I get somebody that maybe sits back, and with this Emperor, sits back and doesn't take a lot of action, especially with the Knight of Pentacles and 2 Temperance cards and the 7 of Pentacles. Like maybe when it comes to love, you take your very, very sweet time, and like you don't maybe do a lot, you know, like you don't make a lot of effort. And I think you're starting to figure out that maybe you need to put a little more effort in. You need to take more action and put more effort in. I think that that's what you're kind of learning when it comes to love, is that you need to maybe put a little more, you know, not sit on the sidelines and sit idly by. And I think, you know, you need to, be a little more initiating when it comes to love than letting it come to you. I think, you know, you're realizing that you need to put yourself out there and go after it a little bit more than just waiting for it to come to you. I feel like that's what I'm getting, is like somebody that waits for love to come to them, and even when love is there, they're like really slow about initiating or keeping the ball rolling. Like they kind of sit back and just hope that things are just like flow naturally. And I think that when you do that, it causes some issues, which is why, you know, I think you're starting to realize that you need to take a little more action, give a little bit more, take a little bit more, you know, to get things, to keep the ball, the momentum rolling, to keep things going, so that they'll progress into something more substantial. That's what I have for you. I hope that made sense. I hope that resonated with you. You'll have to let me know. I thank you so much for tuning in and watching this week. I definitely wish you the very best. Joy, love, and light.